France and the United States both stated that Mali is using Russian paramilitaries from the Wagner group for its security needs. What do you have to reply to this, and what is the current state of Mali's relations with Russia?
Thank you for your question. I think this question has been answered enough, and our talking points remain the same for months. And Mali, where we are now, we want to turn this page because for us, this is not the most important issue. Mali have decided to continue its state-to-state cooperation with Russia, which is a historic relationship between two countries, dated back from the independence of Mali. Mali makes its choice of partnership based on its needs and principle of win-win collaboration and respectful relationship with each partner. And we want to take into account also the comparative advantage that we take from each partner. Today, Mali as a country is fighting for its survival. What is important for us is to provide security and to protect our population. And we have decided to invest in our military, to invest in redesigning new military strategy for our country. And this is what we are doing today. And Russia is a partner in that endeavor, but Mali is not close to any partner. Mali is open to all partners, and we have been working with all the partners, Turkey, China, even United States, Brazil. We have been buying equipments from all these countries for Mali. What is important is in the relationship with any partner, we want three key principles to be observed that have been outlined by President Colonel Assimi Goïta, the president of the transition of Mali. There are three. The first is the respect for the sovereignty of our country. The second is the respect for the political and choice of partners of Mali. And the last one is the defense of the vital interests of Malian people in all decisions taken. If these key principles are observed, Mali is open to work with every partner. What Mali does not accept is for outsider foreign countries to tell Mali who we should be dealing with or not, because those same countries have relationship with whoever they want. I want to also recollect some thinking from President Mandela. He made it very clear. When we are in a relationship, your enemies are not our enemies. Your friends are not necessarily our friends. So to every country choose its friend or enemies based on its own consideration. So we want others to understand that Mali is a country, Mali is a sovereign country, and we base our decision on that. When we make our decision, if other countries comes in Mali, they're invited, they're guests. But those guests cannot decide when you visit my house, where you want to sit, what I should be eating, who I should be receiving in my house. But they're all welcome if they respect that when you come to somebody's place, you need also to respect this rule. When I'm in the United States, I will not question the relationship of the United States with the other countries. They make it based on their own interests and their own consideration. Of course, we have values, and Mali, once again, is mindful of its commitment to human rights conventions, but also we have a history. We remind people the respect for human rights. We are not taking it from the current international convention. Mali is an ancient civilization. In the medieval era, in 1236, Mali under the Empire of Mali under Sundiata Keita has adopted a constitution before many modern constitution, which is the constitution of Kuru Kanfuga, and one of the key principles of that constitution is the respect for human being, the respect for human life. We still remain committed to that. And we want to make sure that whenever a situation happens in the field, that our military also account if there are any deviation, like in any army. In the field, U.S. Army or French Army in some situation have also commit human rights abuses, but just to make sure that there is their investigation, their justice system to address those. But there is no there is no decision from the government to say we want to target a specific ethnic group or a specific segment of Mali's population. So this is it's a long response, but this is our understanding. We need to go beyond these specific considerations.
So a follow-up question. So about those human rights issues, some investigations are being made right now. Can you confirm and tell us where they stand?
I don't have all the detail, but I know whenever there are abuses, the military prosecutor or the Minister of Justice prosecutor, they open investigation. And when the reports are made available, in the last year, for instance, we had some sitting of the military justice, and many officers have been condemned. So it means that we are not condoning impunity, but these investigations sometimes they're complex. We are undertaking them in a very complex military area where the security condition does not allow always to conduct it in a manner that is sweet, but they are going on, and Mali's responsibility is there. What we try to avoid is the politicization, because when we see, for instance, in Mali, when we have a case or situation in some areas, the first investigator for MINUSMA, for instance, are French officers. So can we trust that French gendarmes will give a fair assessment of any human rights abuse in Mali? No. So that's what we are saying. We don't have a problem on human rights, but we want to make sure that it is fair and these institutions are not being instrumentalized against Mali for political motives. It's not that we have a problem with human rights, but the way these things are being done is like a kind of latest ammunition that those who want to target our country have found to try to hit Mali because of its choices.